Step number 1, read the problem. Mr. T's factory makes 1,793 toys each day. It makes 157 more toys than Miss Jefferson's factory. Part A. How many toys does Miss Jefferson's factory make each day? Step number 2, write your answer statement. Miss Jefferson's factory makes blank toys each day. So that is our answer statement. Step number 3, draw the starting line. Step number 4, who or what is the problem about? So of course it's Mr. T and Miss J. Now let's see who has more and who has less. Please read the problem carefully. It says Mr. T's factory makes this much toys each day, and listen to this part. It makes this much more. So remember that the word more tells you that it's a comparison bar model, and it also tells you that Mr. T's factory makes more and Miss J's factory makes less. So let's go ahead and do numbers 5 and 6, which means let's make a large bar model with 1,793 toys, and then we will make a smaller one with the unknown number for Miss J, because we're trying to figure out how many toys Miss Jefferson's factory makes, right? Okay, let's do the ending line. And so we wrote that down, so we have a check. Now look at this. It says that Mr. T's factory makes 157 more toys than Miss Jefferson's. So where do we put the 157? Let's put that down here in the dotted line. So we know that we're going to subtract because, look at this. This is a smaller bar model, or a smaller bar than that, obviously. So we know that our answer has to be smaller. So it's going to be 1793 minus 157. So let's go ahead and regroup. 13 minus 7 is 6. 8 10 minus 5 tenths is 3. 700 minus 100 is 6. Bring down the 1,000. So far we have this answer. Miss Jefferson's factory makes 1,636 toys each day. Now let's move on to part B. And it says this. If Miss Jefferson's factory sells 698 toys, how many toys does her factory have left? So the answer statement will be Miss Jefferson has blank toys left. And we can go ahead and draw the starting line. Now this time when you ask the question, who or what is this problem about, we're not comparing anything. It's simply asking us how many toys she has left, right? So we're talking about toys. Now, this is not going to be a comparison bar model, so let's look at all the parts that we have so far. We now know how many toys she makes each day. So we have the total number, the whole number, which is this number right here, 1,636. So that is going to be our whole number. Do you see that? 1,636 total number of toys. Now let's look at the question. If she sells 698 toys, how many toys does her factory have left? So this is what we do. Let's shave off 698. And in class, this is how we shade it. Now we need to make sure that you can still see the number. 698 is the number she sells, and our unknown is how many does she have left? So take a look at it. That is a simple subtraction problem. So let's do 1,636 minus 698. Let's regroup. 16 ones minus 8 ones will be 8 ones. You can't do 2 tens minus 6 tens, so we will regroup once again. 12 tens minus 9 tens, 3 tens. You can't do 500 minus 600, so one more time. 1500s minus 600s will be 900. And the answer is she has 938 toys left. So let's move ahead and do another one, because I think we need to really practice when to use the comparison bar model and when to use the part whole. Now you do know that when I say comparison bar model, it's the two separate bars that I show, and then the part whole is the one bar that I draw. So let's go ahead and do this one. A middle school has 3,756 students. It has 455 fewer students than an elementary school. How many students does the elementary school have? So the answer statement is the elementary school has blank students. Okay, so let's go ahead and do our starting line. Who or what is the problem about? This is about the middle school and the elementary school. And who has more and who has less? Look at this part right here. It, meaning middle school, has that much fewer students. So middle school has less. Some of the kids were getting confused about, when it said it has 455 students fewer. Some of you were saying, well, what's it? Well, we'll just read the problem carefully and you'll find out that it's the middle school. So elementary school has more. Let's do the bar. Elementary school has 3,756 students, while the elementary school has the unknown number. That's what we're trying to find out. We will do our ending line, and so let's put a check next to that. Okay, so where do we put the 455 fewer? Right here in the dotted line, because that shows us that if there are 455 less middle school students, that means there are 455 more elementary school. You get that? So let's add them together. 3,756 plus 455 would equal, here we go, 4,211 students in the elementary school. Moving right along to part B. How many students do both schools have in all? The answer statement is both schools have blank students in all. And here's the starting line. Who or what is this problem about? Now, once again, remember this is not a comparison model because we have both parts that are needed. It's asking about both schools. How many kids are there in all? Now we have the part, middle school, the other part, elementary school, and all we need to do is find the whole number. Okay? So what are we talking about? We're just talking about students, and it's simply a part whole model. So this is the number of elementary school, which we now know is 4,211, and we're simply adding the other part, which is the middle school, 3,756, and the whole number is our unknown. Let's add the two numbers together. 1,756, and the answer is 7,967 students in all. So I hope these two lessons have helped you to see when to use the comparison bar model with the two separate bars, and when to use the part-whole model of one bar going straight across. Thank you.